September of 2025 is definitely a month of opening and closing portals. There's going to be a lot of things that we feel we have to question. That's why we're here. And even in this particular case, worldwide, we are. Hello, everyone. I'm Lady Zelda with Seeing Crime, and today is Saturday, September the 13th of 2025. Don't forget, we had some planetary aspects happening. Last Sunday was the corn full moon eclipse. Well, that's a mouthful. And it looked like a blood moon. And then we had the 999 portal. And if you haven't heard of that, Numerology, September 9th. September is the 9th month, the 9th day, and this is the 9th year. We are preparing for the 10th year, which in numerology, and pardon me for the outside noise, numerology reduces to number 1, so that we start over again. So 2025 adds up to the number of 9. So here we are. That's a portal. And believe me, being in a 9th year like this, preparing for, it's not a do-over. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. It's almost as though you're wiping the slate clean like the Fool card in the tarot. The 2026 year will be the number 1. So as we now begin in the Burr months, we now are beginning our descent into preparing us for seeing this first year. And we will go through this for another 9 years, respectively. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be unforgettable. And I want you to know that there are sometimes some things, some people want us to believe what we're handed, sometimes on a silver platter, and we have to learn to think for ourselves, for whatever reason. So I want to read the past few days since last Sunday into probably the remainder of September. I don't know what we're going to see. I'm not going to really mention any names because I don't want this to come up as a particular reading on a particular person that may be in the particular news right now. Because even though, rest well, sir, it is about him, it's about a worldwide situation. So on the table, we have the House of Zelda. We have sneaking around here in the background the Rider-Waite Tarot. What did I say, Rider-Waite? Oh my. The Rider-Waite. Hello, Zelda. Rider-Waite. I opened a portal and now I can talk. The hidden cartomancy deck, the Kipper, and the Piotnik deck. Now, we have the dice here. I don't know if you can see these or not. The 3s are going to definitely be prevalent in this time. I'm going to say at least for the next 45 days, you will be noticing the number 3 in many news reportings and many events. You're just going to notice it. And I have the Hand of Fate out here with the key. And under the moon and the star. So we need, well, there's actually 2 stars here. So we really do need some answers. But I don't know if you notice it. There's one dice that landed. Die? Is that what it is? Is one dice a die? Maybe, sorta. There's one of them that landed on the corner. For me, that means there's more to come. There's more to come. We're not done. Things are going to start really getting perplexing. And it's our job to hold it together. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in things. Think for yourselves. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And don't, whatever you do, get caught up into this Simpsons predictive programming. Thank you. That's what I'm going to say there. And there's our first card. Unexpected news. I do believe that is coming. You're going to see some things that we are just going to scratch our head and start questioning. A secret. Yeah. The key. And by the way, if you like these key bracelets, they are still available in our shop. The link is in the description. Stolen. Loss. I'm going to pull out 2 more cards and we'll look what's on the bottom of the deck. It's all about the timing. And justice is coming on the bottom. We need to seek more knowledge. And this keeps coming out. And it doesn't surprise me. Look closely in the cards. I fashioned them for a reason. Because for me, being a card reader, that's exactly what you do. You read the cards. You read the pictures. You read the colors. You read what it's all about. There has been a significant loss this week. So that is coming up. A stolen life, but also I truly believe a secret wrapped around that particular event. Justice is coming. And I think it's going to come in a form, in a fashion, in a way that we don't know, we don't think. It will be here, and it's all about timing. That's where the 3s come into. That's amazing, isn't it? I want to pull out a couple of our friends here from the tarot. Sorry for the background noise. I've got some workers here. They're probably thinking this Zelda broad's a nut, right? Well, and I want you to look over. This turned over. The Hermit. A Virgo. Amazing. A Virgo. See, this is all about timing, and it's all about wisdom. And it's all about, you see this star right there in the lantern? A 6-pointed star of Solomon. Now, he is standing on this snow-covered, I'm going to say a mountain. Let's say that. But he's looking down. He's made it to the top and he's looking down. He still has a way to navigate. He still is going to be mapping some things. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. There's still a way to go. There's still a plan being mapped out. What am I talking about? Life in general. Worldwide. Surrounding certain events. Okay. The 9 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles. And the 6, 9, 6, 6. And the 6 of Wands. On the bottom of this deck is the Wheel of Fortune. This is destiny. What we are living right now has been written. It's destiny. For those of you who don't know too much about the Wheel of Fortune, we have 4 little scribes in the corners. You see, they write everything down. There's nothing that goes unnoticed in this world. It can also be thought of as the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But in this wheel of fortune, and this little fellow is considered to be the collector of souls, we see that there is the Torah, T-O-R-A, written in the wheel, which means there is a divine power over what is happening in our world, what is happening in our lives. And yet, what are the other symbols? They spell out the name of God. The Torah are the first 5 books of the Bible written by Moses. Boy, that hermit card kind of reminds me of Moses, doesn't he, you? Oh, and this fellow here with the sword, he determines when the wheel stops. He determines when it starts going up again. I'm going to say we are on the downslide right now. Based on. So what this is telling me is just when we feel things are starting to come together, just when it feels as though we may have an opportunity, a chance to overcome many things, to right many wrongs, there's been some give and take. I believe this reduces to 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. And 6. I am wrong. This gets to me right here, because there has to be a balance in everything that we do. A give-take situation, a balance. Everything that we do. And yes, I was wrong. It actually comes out to 3. Doesn't it? We see here that we have someone who is supported by community. Fiery wands, considered to be a winner, considered to be a leader, with open doors, growth, patterns. And the red in the cards, especially with this, the cloak, compassion, love, control, power, passion, even royalty in some regard. It's all about going along and thinking that everything is great. Going along, giving and taking. And yet money is a foundation here. And I'm going to tell you what, I think we're going to hear about a vast amount of money that is either being looked into, that has been stolen, that may have been in archives. Could have been tunnels. Could it have been hidden away in a gate, in a gated area, secured warehouse? Possibly, sorta, kinda, but a secret that ties everything in and ties everything in together. And yes, this is 3 because that bothered me. And once again, 3s. 3 is a number that represents the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. 33 is the age of Christ when he was crucified. Three, 3 is 9. Thinking though you are grounded. You see how this all ties in together, and numbers are so important, and numerology is so very important. It's amazing. September 10th, 9 and 10 adds up to 10, reduces to 1. So we go from the 9th, which was the end, the abrupt end, to the 10th, which reduces to 1. That is the abrupt beginning. Changes, whether we like it or not, change occurred. That particular change happened at 12:23 p.m. in the afternoon, Mountain Time. That reduces to the number 7. A very divine and biblical number. Sacred. So, what can we expect? The unexpected. Terrible loss on the 10th. Regardless. "16 thoughts, toil and labor." There certainly is. There's going to be a lot of thought processes going into, and you're going to see the remainder of September and into October being a month where people are sitting down and literally putting a pencil to it. Literally working things out, working through things, working hard, laboring at new things. Laboring. And another 7. On the bottom of the deck, sudden wealth and another 11. The sudden wealth, I'm just going to say, is an abrupt wealth and an abrupt stolen. I know this seems really cryptic. Hang in there with me. Remember this. Watch this a couple of times. I'm not going to name names here. And I would appreciate it if you don't try to guess or mention a lot of names in the comments, because most likely will be deleted and not by me. But I have to share this with you. You know what to do. Crypt. Thief. There we go. A stolen life. But there's some money involved. We may not know right away. But I'm also going to say within the next 72 hours to 5 days. Let me say that. 3 to 5 days. There's going to be some information coming out about a particular person and persons. Who did this on September 10th was not alone. There was a trilogy, in my opinion, based on what the cards have told me. And look, here we go with the fortunes again. But you see, is what I was telling you, that God sees everything. Can't do anything without it being kept, record, and seen. Now, this is the deck I'm a little excited to talk about. The hidden deck. We want to know what's coming. We want to know if there's something hidden, what to expect. This is constancy, by the way, or consistency, a constant watchful eye. And even there is an eye on the American bills. 9 of diamonds. Seven of Clubs, Seven of Hearts. So there is, oh, let me see what's on the bottom of our deck here. Yeah, a young man. So an abrupt end of a lifelong security, but also a fulfillment. You see, I can't let go of thinking that there's something more to the events that are happening here in September and that will happen than meets the eye. More is happening. Prepare yourselves mentally and even physically, in my opinion, based on the cards. Now, I'm not a lawyer, not a doctor. I'm a tarot profiler, and this is entertainment. So you just may be entertained and tomorrow nothing happened. And you know what? That would make me happy. Because I don't want any more stress on any people. Let's get a final word. Final word for my friends. A final word. So there's something suspicious, something hidden, something that is a secret. Yes, yes, and yes. There is a falsehood. This is serious. Some things we are not told, but are we always? Are we ever? You know, the one thing, the reason why things can be told to many of us is because that many of us are so gullible that we believe things face value without questioning. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with questioning what we are told at any given time, including this reading. You should be questioning. It's called the power of discernment. You should be asking questions, if nothing more but in your own mind. You should be wondering what, if any, agenda is behind many things. Who would benefit the most? You see, anytime anything ever happens, here's a little hint from the House of Zelda. Anything ever happens, anything, anytime, anything ever happens, the first question I ask is, who benefits? Who benefits by a loss? Who benefits by a gain? Who benefits from someone being lied to or a false narrative? Who benefits? This is a much bigger picture, my darlings, and I'm going to tell you there's no reason to be afraid. There have been a lot worse happen in our lifetimes. We just didn't know it. We've been a little bit kept in the dark. But you see, with social media now, that's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is it's pretty hard to keep things under wrap. The bad thing is you never know who's going to spew out what narrative that everybody wants us to believe, including The Simpsons. So my invitation for you here is this. Question the events of this past week. Is there anything that seems out of place, that is odd, or that is kept a secret? Question anything and everything that is coming forward, I'm going to say even in the next 4 weeks, because we have a harvest moon coming, and that's when karma also comes. But I don't want you to worry. Be watchmen. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. There's no reason. You know, being informed, forewarned is forearmed. And if you start really digging into things, and the first thing you start asking is, who benefits from this? Who would benefit from the events now? Because I'm going to tell you, there are some events coming in September. You're going to be hearing about money. You're going to be hearing about another person. You're going to be hearing some things. Our job is to keep it real, is to keep it together. Effective leadership in our homes, in our lives, in our community. And I'm not talking about political leadership. I'm talking about ourselves. Responsibility. Taking a check mark on the daily, I've done this and I've done that. I'm not a prepper, because I believe that we all should have that instinct to be prepared anyway, no matter what. And I'm not saying that in this video. What I'm saying is, everyone take a breath. Are we watching a movie? You're going to be seeing some more previews of coming attractions and more trailers to come. That's it for right now. Join me tonight for Scene Crime. And I can't wait, because we have Kathy with Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. Thank you so much, my darlings, for being here. We'll talk about this, don't you worry. Everything is fine. But question, question, question. Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't before. And I'll see you on the next time. Bye for now.